So with the mysterious Black Goku set to debut shortly after Future Trunks' return, the entire community has been talking as to who or what Black Goku may be, and today we're going to be looking at 5 evil Goku theories presented by Dragon Ball Exclusives. You guys can go ahead and follow them on Facebook. They create absolutely amazing posts where, as you can see right here, we have 5 depictions as to who or what Black Goku may be, with the first being Mira and Toa from Xenoverse controlling Goku's mind. Note that Toriyama said an upcoming villain has white hair, and of course Mira and Toa have both white hair. Now, to me personally, even though Mira and Toa do in fact have white hair, I highly doubt that these two are going to be introduced within Dragon Ball Super, only because they are video game characters. Whether or not you guys want to count them as being canon to the story or not, it's up to you. I don't believe that Akira Toriyama is going to go ahead and introduce these characters, only because they have their own fitting role as to what they were doing in Xenoverse, so I don't think that they're going to have any motive or any initiative to come on in and wreak havoc within Dragon Ball Super. Of course, I might be wrong, but if that's the case, for them two to be controlling Goku, which Goku are we talking about here? Because again, people have a misconception as to what an alternate reality is as opposed to what an alternate universe is, because there is a clear distinction between the two. There is a difference between an alternate reality and an alternate universe, but of course, with the rumors floating around that Mira and Toa might be the ones introduced and posing a threat to not only our heroes but the gods as well, I firmly believe that this theory is going to be debunked very soon, and I really doubt that these two are going to be introduced. I do have my reasons as to why, one of which being that they're video game characters, but of course people want to count Dragon Ball MMO and the Dragon Ball Online game as being canon and whatnot. So what are your overall thoughts as to Mira and Toa appearing and somehow controlling Goku's mind? Even though Akira Toriyama again stated that the villains are going to have white hair, it still doesn't necessarily mean that Mira and Toa are going to be those villains. So for me personally, I don't think that Mira and Toa are going to appear. Moving on to the second theory by DBZ Exclusives is Dr. Gero survived in Trunks' timeline and made a bio-android from Goku's DNA or corpse. Now again, this is a very far-fetched theory, even though it does sound pretty cool. I highly doubt that the next so-called Black Goku character is going to be an android of any kind. I think that we are firmly done with androids, although it would be really interesting to see Dr. Gero try to formulate and build up his own android very similar to Goku. First and foremost, you have to ask yourself, even if he were to create a bio Goku, he would lack the material and the power to even compete and rival the current characters we have now, given the circumstance that both Goku and Vegeta have grown exponentially stronger than before. So this theory I highly doubt is possible. However, it'll be really interesting to see if Trunks can even relate to that and just say, hey guys, look, we have another android heading our way, and in fact it's a bio Goku. So that would be pretty cool, although it's highly unlikely. This theory still stands in the community as being one. So moving on to the third theory, that being evil Goku from a different timeline. So again, I do believe that this one thus far seems to make the most sense, because in reality we can't really argue with science. Science is science, and in real life, guys, we actually argue even today about there being multiple universes, multiple realities, even multiple copies of ourselves out there somewhere in the cosmos. So for there to exist a different Goku, instead of being called Goku, he's called Kakarot. So can you imagine that for a second? Goku versus Kakarot, because Goku came to Earth, he thumped his head, and he forgot as to why he came for the mission, serving the purpose of destroying the entire planet, thus making him a good character. So what if Kakarot went to Earth and he never hit his head on the way down, just formulating an evil Goku? So I think that makes the most sense here, having an evil Goku from a different timeline up here and having Goku rival Kakarot, although the power level schemes will be very difficult to stature, because again, like, both Gokus would be very, very different in terms of power. Again, you have to ask yourself, how is this evil Goku supposed to rival Super Saiyan Blue Goku in any means? So I think that between the android theory and Mira and Toa, this seems to stand out the most to me. But let me know your overall thoughts as to having a different Goku appear from a different timeline, not a reality, but from a timeline. The fourth fan theory here, of course, of Black Goku being introduced is, of course, Babidi reviving Goku from his corpse and making him evil. So pretty much this little theory stands as to either Bibidi or Babidi coming back, and for them to revive Goku and making him into a Majin. Now again, I highly doubt this is possible. First of all, who would want to revive Bibidi or Babidi? They have wreaked havoc all throughout the universe, so for them to even collect the Dragon Ball is highly unlikely. So for them to even introduce Babidi or Bibidi once again wouldn't make that much sense. Even if, you know, they were to summon and resurrect Goku from a different timeline, how do we know that Goku was pure of heart? How do we know that he wasn't evil and stuff? Again, I do think that this is very far-fetched. Although this does stand as theory, we're not really going to find out until June 11th/12, until the episode comes out for itself, as to why Trunks' return. But for Bibidi or Babidi to come back, for me personally, is highly unlikely. And of course, we have the last fan theory, that being the most far-fetched one one of them all, that being Goku and Vados' evil son from the future of the present timeline. So this theory implies that Goku and Vados had a child, very similar to Zykor in the Zykor story. This one, I believe, is the worst of them all. First and foremost, guys, Goku and Vados will not be intimate in any way, shape, or form. I don't think that it will ever come down to that, but of course, people have their own fanfics and their own ideologies as to what may happen, and you can't really blame people for like having opinions, because again, this is all just based on opinions. Certain people tend to get all butthurt because people are voicing their opinions, even though sometimes it may sound very silly. People do have like their own theories as to what may happen. So of course, this being one of them, someone suggested that Goku and Vados will have a child. That is highly unlikely. I can rest assured right now that this will not happen at all. This is highly unlikely, but again, I mean, it would be a very interesting turn of events for Goku or Kakarot in that timeline to have a child with one of the overseers of the Gods of Destruction. So that would be really awesome to see. Although, again, highly unlikely, it does still stand as a fan theory. Again, there are so many other fan theories that I've noticed in my previous videos where you guys were commenting on a possible return of Zykor being introduced, given the circumstance that he was in Dragon Ball AF, and AF had some sort of influence by Toyotaro. Some people were suggesting that it might be Timebreaker Bardock, that Bardock does look similar to Goku, and Trunks may have confused Bardock for Goku in his timeline, thus introducing Timebreaker Bardock into the story. There have been many fan theories. I mean, there have even been fan theories of Broly coming about, which again, I highly doubt. But for all we know right now, this could be someone who looks like Goku but has no correlation to him at all. Or this could in fact be a different Goku from a different reality, a different universe. We don't really know. We're not Akira Toriyama, we're not Toyotaro, we can't really say, we're not Toei. All we can do as fans is just speculate. And again, people create great speculations and great theories. Although others suggest that, you know, Goku may have mated with one of the Kais or one of the gods. Highly unlikely. Again, everybody has like their own opinions as to what may come about, but again, this picture was shown from DB Exclusives, which is pretty cool. They make some really awesome pics, guys. So what are your overall thoughts as to who evil Goku may be? Judging based on this post, what are your overall thoughts as to the 5 theories shown? Leave your thoughts in the comment section, guys. Thank you all for watching. Once again, if you guys are Dragon Ball fans, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. That way you guys don't miss a single Dragon Ball video update and or discussion. If you guys are enjoyed, if you guys are excited as to what's to come, smash that like button, leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Tune in for more, guys. Again, I personally am very excited because I mean, there's a lot to come from this arc, and of course, judging from the rumors, and again, these are all just rumors, but it was said that this story, the Future Trunks story coming up right now, was said to have the darkest story within Dragon Ball Super thus far. Again, I do think it's fitting. We do need character development, we do need build-up, and we do need enemy relevancy to establish a strong villain. So what are your overall thoughts down below, guys? If in fact this turns out to be a very dark story, I really hope that this strays away from what we saw with the Perfect Cell story, because even though that was dark and mysterious, this seems to have, a cluster of mix-ups that can lead to something bigger, especially if you're going to involve the gods themselves and their overseekers and Zeno, the Lord of Everything, which is going to be really awesome. But again, guys, I want to know your thoughts. I want to know your feedbacks on the 5 theories down below and shown right here. And of course, if you guys have any theories of your own, if you guys have any ideas as to who this character may be, if you guys think he's directly connected to Goku, if you guys believe that he is a completely different character, comment down below and let me know. What are your overall thoughts, guys? Interact with one another. Thank you all for watching once again. I hope you all enjoyed. Tune in for more, and I'll be seeing each and every single one of you guys in the next video update. Take it easy, everybody. Peace.